that you can absolutely use. Let's get right to it. Today, I'm flex on the element, what's going on in the U.S. right now, all across the United States and other countries as well. People are really fed up. I mean, people are fed up of being mistreated. People are fed up of police brutality all over. So from Ferguson on down to the White House, from Mexico on down to the United States, Washington, D.C. Everyone, I tell you, is awaiting the president right now. He has so many orders in front of him right now, and one that may be underneath the radar is...
My name is I'm a resident here in D.C., and tonight we're at the White House here demonstrating. And not for immigration, although that is very important to us as well. I am from Mexico, and this is about the 43 missing students that were kidnapped by the police in Mexico, in the state of Guerrero, on September the 26th. So we're here to show support and to show our indignation before these acts, because these people are still missing. They're presumed dead. They have been found, and they have found several mass graves in Mexico, but none of the bodies were of these students. So this is not drug violence. This is not drug related. These were Pacific students, innocent students, taken by the police. Some of them actually killed. 6 people were actually killed on site. So that is why we're here tonight.
And do you mind sharing the image that you have?
No, not at all.
Okay.
So this is one of them. His name is Abel Garcia Hernandez. He's from Tecuanapa, Guerrero. He's 19 years old. He was studying to become a teacher, actually. All of these guys were. And yeah, according to his dad, he's short and skinny. So yeah, we're here for these guys.
Thank you so much for your time. So tonight, you guys have descended in front of the White House. I see you have the sign, illegal is illegal. So can you just share a little bit more on that?
Well, we're a nation of laws, and we're not upholding the laws. Our president's not upholding the laws.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Well, in today's health news, I mean, the same rhetoric is going on. I just feel like I'm kind of listening to a broken record player right now. If you haven't enrolled in healthcare by now, I'm sure you may be faced with a penalty. If not,
that's why I'm saying I will embrace good ideas wherever they come from. We already have. But too often during this important debate, we've also seen the same kind of partisan spectacle that has left so many people disappointed about Washington. Too many engage in scare tactics instead of honest debates. Too many use this as an opportunity to score short-term political points instead of working together to solve a long-term challenge. I've heard a lot of Republicans say they want to kill Obamacare. Some may even raise money off it. But when you ask these folks what exactly my plan does, they've got it all wrong. When you ask them what their solution is, it amounts to the same old, same old. The same status quo that's given us higher costs and more uninsured and less security than we've ever had. It's more of the same. Look, I will not accept the status quo as a solution. Not this time, not now. The time for bickering is over. The time for games is past. Now's the season for action. Now's the time to deliver on health care reform for the United States.
So hopefully, you know, people will get insured. I'm more than certain, you know, because after all, is your health important? Because some members of Congress don't think that your health is important. But nonetheless, just make sure that you're covered, all right? Well, in today's Money Market News, we're going to just see about careers. That's right, careers. Some people have them, some people don't. Some people don't know where to start. But speaking of careers, have you ever saw a farmer attend a career day at your school? So let us know at the Mindy Jo News Show, because we want to know, has a farmer ever visited your career day so you can learn the importance of farming or even possibly become a farmer yourself? So just let us know. Hit us up. We actually want to come and visit that school. All right? In our What's Going On news, everyone is awaiting right now the verdict for the Mike Brown case. So let's just backtrack, because it has been since August. And since August, it's now a state of emergency in Ferguson right now. So let's just figure out, what led up to the state of emergency. So first and foremost, it started off with Officer Darren Wilson. He instructed Mike Brown, allegedly, he instructed Mike Brown to not walk in the street. However, we don't know much detail as to why he was not supposed to walk in the street. We don't know if it was a parade in session. We don't know if it was a busy street. Maybe he was, in the middle of an intersection and cars were coming. So, Officer Wilson was concerned about his safety, perhaps. Well, in that event, Mike Brown was gunned down, and we found out 7 times, according to the autopsy done by the family, it was 7 times he was gunned down. So since August 9th, Officer Darren Wilson has just been cooling back with a cooler's light, just waiting as everyone else, just to see the reactions of many Americans. We're not certain as to if he will be charged. In that event, also, some more facts which occurred. Allegedly, he stole a pack of cigars. They had video footage of that. However, it was not really clear as to the video, so that was another fact. While the honorables were here visiting Washington during the Congressional Black Caucus, figuring out the plans and the agenda for the African American progression here in America, U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder stepped down as well. So he was really a key component in the case. So right now we're just waiting and for the jury to, come to the decision. But I'm quite certain the decision is already there, because the governor has already called the state of emergency. So with that being in mind, 1,000 police, military, National Guard, they're all there, ready, prepared for whatever happens. So we just hope that justice is served. But while this is also going on, we have to bear in mind that we are getting ready to sign a bill for 5 million immigrants to come into the U.S. So we just need to make certain that we're not going to gun them down in the middle of the street like Mike Brown. So let's just keep that in mind as well. So let's just go and see what the people think.
It makes me so angry that I don't even want to think about getting up and going to work and dealing with other humans ever again, because how can we be here in 2014? It's mind-boggling, especially since I'm a post-integration baby, so it's kind of like, what? So that's kind of my space.
And some more What's Going On news, Bill Cosby. That's right, Bill Cosby. But what I can say is Bill Cosby has a special place here in Washington, D.C. This is actually where he found love here, and he's actually married to his current wife, Camilla Cosby. They met here in Washington, D.C. So some things do come out of Washington. Love is probably one of them, although we don't see the love right now. But hey, it's a silver lining of hope somewhere. I had a chance to visit the museum where Bill Cosby has one of his installations, and I mean to tell you, this art collection is phenomenal. It's probably one of the best I've seen here in the U.S. in Washington, D.C. at the Smithsonian thus far. So I was very, very impressed nonetheless. I'm not, concerned with any other allegations. I mean, after all, Bill Cosby is America's favorite dad, and we can't take that away from him. But what I will say in regards to Bill Cosby's situation, the allegations that are against him, Janice Dickinson, if we all recall, wasn't she on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew? So, you know, hey, maybe if I pop me a couple Xanax and Adderall, I don't even know if that cocktail is a blend, but hey, maybe if I pop some of those, you know, hey, I can maybe have a little bit of belief that that did happen. But entertainment news, BET, that's right, after 14 years, BET decides to pull the plug on 106 in Park. But nonetheless, hey, every independent artist and artists that are upcoming, you can actually, you know, get along with World Star Hip Hop. You can view your videos on World Star Hip Hop, Vivo. And if anything else fails, good old YouTube. YouTube is, you know, superstardom. That's where the stars become stars.
Okay, I'll be right here.
It's a lot going on right now. It's just a lot. And just be mindful. Just be mindful of the culture differences and the tension. And let's just have a little bit of respect for other people's culture as well. And let's not forget to respect people's cultural beliefs as well during this time. Today's weather comes from Dr. Wayne W. Dyer, Everyday Wisdom for Success. And it says, fear of failure becomes fear of success for those who never try anything new. Well, that's all the news I have that you can absolutely use for today, Thursday, November 20th, 2014.
It's the Mindy Jo News Show. It's the Mindy Jo News Show. It's the Mindy Jo News Show. It's the Mindy Jo News Show.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Mindy Jo News Show, where I share news that you can absolutely use.